My name is Father Gismondi. I am the spiritual director of Children of the Immaculate Heart. Grace Williams began coming to St. Anne's Church. She was a student at JP Catholic and asked for spiritual direction, and so we began spiritual direction. And it was at that time she started talking about her desire to work with women who had been trafficked, especially minors. And just through our discussions, I began to encourage her to just begin to do the work herself. She had been volunteering at a local organization that helped women along these lines, but she wanted to do more than that. She wanted to open a home for trafficked minors. And I remember specifically just encouraging her one time. I just said, well, why don't you just start the home? What do you need? Just start. I think that's where the origin of Children of the Immaculate Heart began. It's really important, the home, because there's really no services for these women in San Diego. You'd think in California there'd be a lot of programs, but really there's nothing for them. And so it is so important to have something. These are girls who are 14, 15, 16 years old, and they're just left on their own. They might fall into the juvenile detention system, and then when they get out of that, they just slide right back into the life. They need a caring and loving community. Our Lord says, whatever you do to the least of my brothers, you do to me. And so these girls who have been abandoned by families or society, in one way they are like Christ, who has been abandoned and suffers in need. And so to reach out to them, we're reaching out to Christ in one way. Then also, we look at each person is a unique individual. Each one of us is irreplaceable. And oftentimes in society, I think some people think, well, there are some disposable people. They're not really that important. It's unfortunate they've fallen into this lifestyle. But no, each person is a child of God, irreplaceable. I see the mission of the Children of the Immaculate Heart as reaching out to these girls who are most marginalized by society and seeing within them the image of Christ and reaching out to them to help them to get their life right, but also to witness to them in the name of Christ and, God willing, to bring them to Christ. I have to say, I kind of encouraged her to take Our Lady under her title, Immaculate Heart, as her patron. And that is because Our Lady's Immaculate Heart is the heart of love. It is the heart of love for each one of us. It is the heart of a mother. And I think that it's important that these young ladies feel that love, that Children of the Immaculate Heart is to be driven by that love of Our Lady for these young ladies.